The worst people in the world are U.S. border guards. Am I right? Oh, what a bunch of fucking assholes. You know what I mean? Because like when Americans come here, our border guards ask them good questions, right? Like, hey man, do you have any drugs? Or hey man, do you have any guns? Or hey man, is that kid yours? Those are good questions. But we go to the States and they insult us. They're like, hey man, you got any fresh produce? Like, fuck you. Fresh produce. I see how you people eat. Fuck. You got whole aisles dedicated to potato chips. You're eating fucking cheese out of a spray can. Now you guys can use some fresh Canadian produce, am I right? I mean, come on. It's like, yeah, that's the problem. Oh, hey, Al-Qaeda's pouring in over the southern border, but we better focus on this guy. We got this crazy Canuck at the Detroit-Windsor tunnel with 6 apple slices in a Ziploc bag, threatening to bring the whole country to its knees. Yeah, that's the problem. But actually, it's fun going to Detroit. We go there all the time. It's our backyard, right? Our relatives come to visit us, our aunt from Saskatchewan or whatever. They don't know anything about Detroit, right? All they know about Detroit is what they learned from like 8 Mile and RoboCop. Look, this is safe. And of course we act a lot more streetwise than we actually are, because we know we're gonna stick to the gentrified areas. But they don't know that. We're like, oh yeah, we'll be okay, but you just stick close to your pal Ed, and I'll help guide you through the mean streets of Greektown. Things are gonna get a little spicy around the Detroit Institute of Arts. Better keep your head on a swivel around Comerica Park. It's bobblehead night. Things are gonna get cray-cray in the D. But I'll help guide you through the urban hellscape that is downtown Detroit. You guys are fun. One of the cool things about being a Windsor is, because I was out in the West Coast for a long time, and now that I'm here, I have one thing that I never would have gotten in Vancouver, which is an Iraqi barber. Ah, you're shaking your head. Do you have one?
I had an Iraqi barber in Vancouver.
There's one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't get one until I came here. And was his name Mohammed?
No.
Okay. Well, mine's is Mohammed. And the thing is, he's so good. You can't beat this guy. And anyways, he gave me the best trim of my life. And then at the end, I tipped him well. And as I was leaving, he said goodbye, Habibi. Right? Yeah. In Habibi in Arabic, if you don't know, what it means is my dear or my love. Like, what a lovely thing to say to another man. I was like, Muhammad. And then I didn't really have to go back, but I went back a couple weeks later, just for a trim. And as the thing is as I'm putting my stuff down, another guy's just leaving, and Muhammad turns to him and says, goodbye, Habibi. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Muhammad, you just called him Habibi. He's like, yes, he's Habibi, you're Habibi. I'm like, wait a second. I said, what about fucking Mahmoud over here? Is Mahmoud Habibi? He's like, yeah, Mahmoud is Habibi. I'm like, son of a bitch. Well, what about this whole guy out on the street screaming at all the kids? I suppose that guy's also Habibi. He's like, yes, of course, this is Uncle Faisal. Uncle Faisal also Habibi. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, you know what, Mohammed, you really overuse this word. I mean, think about it, man. He's Habibi, everybody's Habibi. Basically, you rendered this word useless. It means nothing. And he could tell I was upset. But I was actually more than upset. I was hurt. But Mohammed's a wise man. So he says, come, my friend, come here, please. He says, it's true, I call Mahmoud Habibi. It's true. He says, and Faisal, I also call him Habibi. Yes, it's true. He says, but you see these beard oils, these very expensive beard oils that I import, especially from Iraq. He says, you think I waste these on Mahmoud with his stringy beard? Huh? You think I waste these on Faisal with his patchy beard? He says, no. He says, my friend, these are for you. And he says, you know why? And I said, why, Muhammad? He says, because you are my #1 Habibi. Hey! My name's Ed. Have a good night.